I guess I should start with the obvious. I'm not dead, but for a few days, everyone thought I was. And I let them. I stood there hidden in the back of the church, watching my own funeral. I've never felt so alive, or so completely erased at the same time. I'm 35. And if you'd met me a year ago, you'd probably think I had it all figured out. A decent job, a small but close circle of friends, a family that, well, I thought cared about me. The truth? I was hanging on by threads. No one noticed. The week it happened, I'd left town for a work conference. My phone died on the first day. No charger, no way to contact anyone. By the time I found one, I had dozens of missed calls, messages from people I hadn't spoken to in years, all with the same tone. Panicked, urgent. I called my sister first. She didn't answer. Then I saw it, a voicemail from my mom, sobbing. They said you didn't make it. Turns out, someone with my name and similar appearance had been in a fatal accident near my apartment. Wallet stolen. No ID except a temporary work badge with my name. The police had come to my mother's door. She fainted. And in the chaos, no one thought to double check. No one thought I could be somewhere else. No one even tried to track my location. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of being gone. Not dead, but gone. It's strange. You realize how quickly people fill in the blanks, how fast the story writes itself without you in it. By the time I got back into town, the funeral was set. I don't even know why I went. Curiosity? Some self-destructive need to see how the world moved on without me? Or maybe I wanted to know who would show up. I parked 2 blocks away, wore a hat, sunglasses, slipped into the last row of the church like a stranger. My sister was at the front, clutching the podium. She was crying. The kind of deep, ugly cry you can't fake. But between sobs, she said things that made my stomach twist, about how I pulled away these last few years, how I didn't try enough to stay connected. She told the room she wished I'd been kinder, more present. And all I could think was, this is what people say when you're gone? Then my best friend, Mark, spoke. At least I thought we were best friends. He told a story about me lending him money when he was broke, how I never asked for it back. It was sweet, until he added, but she could be stubborn, selfish even. We had a falling out last year and I guess we never fixed it. I didn't even remember the falling out the way he did. Still with me, this part's rough. The weirdest thing? People smiled. Not big, joyful smiles, but those soft, nostalgic ones. Like remembering me as a chapter in their own story. Not a person, just a part of their past. And I realized, sitting there, that maybe I'd been like that to them for a long time. Half in, half out of their lives. A ghost long before this funeral. After the service, I stayed in the shadows. I heard people laughing in the parking lot. Someone made a joke about how I'd hate all the flowers. They were right. I would have. And then I saw him. Eli. The one person I thought I'd never lose. We hadn't spoken in 2 years. Messy breakup, ugly words. He was standing alone, holding a single white rose. When everyone else left, he placed it on the steps of the church and whispered, "I'm sorry." I almost stepped forward, almost touched his shoulder, but I didn't. You ever have that moment where your brain screams, "Do it," and your body just stays still? Yeah, that. I walked away before anyone saw me. And for the next 3 days, I didn't tell anyone I was alive. I stayed in my apartment, lights off, phone off. I listened to the city outside and thought about every conversation I left unfinished. Every text I'd ignored. Every time I'd chosen to be alone instead of showing up. It's not that I wanted to punish them by letting them think I was dead. I just wanted to see what they did with my absence. And I saw enough. When I finally called my mom, she screamed, then cried, then hung up. My sister came over and slapped me before hugging me. Mark never returned my call. And Eli, I never reached out. Because here's the truth. Watching your own funeral doesn't just show you who cares. It shows you who only cared in theory, who loved you as a memory, not as a person they had to keep working to know. It's been 6 months. I'm still alive, still here, but I feel lighter, not in a happy way, more like untethered. I cut ties with most people who spoke that day, not out of anger, just clarity. If you've made it this far, I really want to know, would you have gone to the funeral or would you have stayed hidden forever? I guess I should start with the obvious. I'm not dead. But in a way, I kind of am. And the strangest part? Some days, it feels like the truest thing about me.